All this month, CBS News New York is celebrating Pride. We'll bring you stories that honor the richness and diversity of LGBTQIA+ communities throughout our area. The 53rd NYC Pride March will be held on June 26th, but there's so much more to Pride. It's a movement to recognize the past and the activists who overcame adversity and discrimination, and a time to come together and celebrate without fear or judgment. The theme for this year's NYC Pride is Unapologetically Us. Joining me now is André Thomas. He is co-chair of NYC Pride and Heritage of Pride, the nonprofit organization that produces New York City's official LGBTQIA+ Pride events. André, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now tell us a little about the history of Pride and why it's held in June.
Sure. So Pride started as a reaction to police brutality. We started back in the 60s at the Stonewall, with the Stonewall riots, which everybody's heard of, the Stonewall Inn, that's in the West Village. People who were trans and people of color decided to stand up against police who were at that time abusing their rights. So they rioted, and then the next year in 1970, the first Pride March actually started to commemorate that event, and it's been continuing on ever since then.
And that was in June, so that's why we're having it in June.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Heritage of Pride works toward a future without discrimination, where all people have equal rights. In 2022, how close do you think we are to achieving that goal?
It's unfortunate that in 2022, we've seen our community come under attack in much bolder ways than we've really seen before. As of last count, by the midpoint of this year, there's been over 300 bills passing through many state legislatures that target our community. And over half of those are actually targeting kids, trans kids, whose families and whose lives are now imperiled, even more so. And it's really shocking that our youth are really the target and focus of all of this negativity and hate.
We've heard about the fears of LGBT rights being under attack. Do events like Pride help mobilize people to get involved?
Definitely. And our theme, Unapologetically Us, really is a way for us to do that. It shows that we have to stand up and be public about who we are, what we're about, what we are in the community, and we're just like everyone else. We want to be treated equally, fairly, and what we are is who we are, and that's basically what we try to do with Pride, and not just the parade, the march that everybody calls it, that you see on the big Sunday. We have events all throughout the month that allows different parts of the community to really interact and engage and show us the Pride.
Tell us about some of the events that they're coming up this month.
Sure. Well, we really kick off things on the 15th with our family movie night, which we're really happy to bring back. It's a place for families to get together and have a sing-along with their kids and friends, and a picnic blanket on a pier at night, and really celebrate. We have educational events. We have a panel called Conference that allows activists to get together. One panel specifically focuses on small LGBT businesses and how they can grow their brands in really the age of social media. We have a rally the very next day that's really an activist moment, a call to action. It's a much larger venue than we've had in the past, so people can really get out there and really listen to some impassioned speakers and get the message out there. And then it all leads up into our big Pride weekend. We have parties that go on throughout the day for men, for women, for queer people. Our big dance events on now our new location on Governor's Island. We have rapper Lil Kim, who's from New York, Eurovision winner Netta, a lot of other artists, Kim Petras on the next day, to really cap it off with the fireworks display we love having at the end.
Wow. You guys are doing everything. Now, COVID-19 obviously impacted many large-scale celebrations. Do you expect the march to be as well attended as before the pandemic? Are we back to normal when it comes to that?
So in the past 2 years, we've learned a lot about how to do events safely and how to protect our community. Last year, we kind of did a hybrid version of the march, and we're always ensuring that our community has ways to participate safely. We released last 2 weeks some ideas about safety and sustainability, so people can really not just participate in the COVID area, but also be more green in how they actually participate in all our events. So that's a real focus for us with all the things going on, to be able to have our community participate and really be as comfortable as they want to be in attending all our events.
Well, the events sound amazing. And André Thomas, co-chair of NYC Pride, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you again.
Now, if you'd like more information about NYC Pride events being held all month, go to our website, cbsnewyork.com.